Always a delight to have you join us for the news at 10 on NTA News 24, live from Abuja. I am Vivian Ezadifi. Let's begin with the headlines. United Nigeria remains top priority of my administration. President Tinubu tells religious leaders.
Hate is not an option for us. Love is what you preach. That we should love one another.
'25 World Teachers Day, global bodies advocate collective efforts to transform education landscape. Nigeria advancing fight against corruption with cutting-edge digital solutions.
This is something we want to start implementing, but we know it's not something we can do it alone.
And now to the details of the news. President Bola Tinubu says he is sticking to his long-term vision to unite Nigeria, irrespective of the religious and cultural differences amongst the citizens. The president, who said this as he met with religious leaders in Plateau State, assures of government's efforts to defeat terrorism and other forms of insecurity in Nigeria. Steakhouse correspondent Musba Danwahab reports.
President Bola Tinubu on the Plateau, the third state he would visit in barely a week. President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, led National Assembly members, while Governor Abdurrahman Abdurrazak of Kwara State came with his colleagues to receive the president on a dual-purpose visit to Jos. And on the streets, residents of Jos displayed their love, welcoming the #1 citizen. But then, beneath this warm reception, the peace in parts of the home of peace and tourism has been under threat over the years. Religious and communal crises have lingered, claiming lives and properties in parts of Plateau and other north-central states. Apparently, this is a major concern for the president. At this strategic meeting with Christian leaders in Plateau State, President Tinubu said he remains focused on fighting all forms of insecurity in Nigeria, committed to converting tragedy to success and maintaining his vision to unite Nigeria. As a Muslim and husband of a pastor, President Tinubu believes nothing speaks volume better than this of his respect for freedom of religion. He also took the message to the congregation of the Church of Christ in Nations headquarters in Jos.
Hate is not an option for us. Love is what you preach. That we should love one another. Nobody determine what God has ordained. Our deed, our character, our love to our fellow beings is what is important.
Governor Caleb Mutfwang appreciated the president for his support for combating insecurity, calling for sustained effort to end the loss of lives and properties.
While the scale of attacks has abated in recent weeks, it is far from over. I am determined more than ever to provide the leadership that will unite our people and ensure that our diversities are better managed in order to reduce the tension along traditional fault lines. We'll continue to bank on your moral and administrative support to deal with this multi-dimensional monster called insecurity.
It's making a lot of concerted efforts to see to it that at the end of the day, people in the IDP camps can return to their homes. It's quite a pity that this has gone on for decades, unchecked. But with the determination and the support of the National Assembly, and all stakeholders, I believe that peace must return to the plateau. Peace must return to North Central.
President Bola Tinubu is now back in Lagos. Musbah then Wahab, NT News.
In a bold move to stamp out corruption, the National Information Technology Development Agency, NIDDA, and the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, are joining forces to bring cutting-edge digital solutions to Nigerians' fight against corruption. Correspondent Chidimma Ndubisi reports that a visit by NIDDA's boss to ICPC office sealed the deal.
In today's digital age, technology is a game changer in the battle against corruption, leaving traceable digital footprints that ensure accountability. The National Information Technology Development Agency, NIDDA, and the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, are teaming up to revolutionize governance by making transparency the cornerstone of public operations. NIDDA's Director General introduced transformative digital guidelines aimed at building seamless and corruption-resistant ICT systems for all government agencies.
But sometimes the IT systems are more important than the physical buildings, because today mostly it's digital. Our citizens, digital is a lifestyle to us. When someone breaks into our IT system, the harm he can cause, it could be more than breaking into the physical building. So we need to be more intentional about that. So this is something we want to start implementing, but we know it's not something we can do it alone. We need you to help us with the enforcement.
For the ICPC chairman, enforcing these guidelines will root out corruption and foster trust in public institutions.
It's really important for us to work together to see how can we prevent such kind of thing from happening, because it's easier, it saves costs.
This collaboration is viewed as a renewed hope for our new era of governance. In Abuja, Chidimma Ndubisi, NTA News.
From Abuja, we now move to Borno State, where Governor Babagana Umar Zulum has assured residents of Kirawa community in Goza local government area of government's commitment to protecting lives and property, while appealing for resilience and cooperation from the people. The governor gave the assurance during a sympathy visit to Kirawa following last Monday's attack that claimed at least 3 lives with homes and shops set ablaze. Mohammed Gouni has more.
Kirawa, a border community in Goza local government area adjoining the Republic of Cameroon, was initially displaced by Boko Haram insurgents in 2014 and later resettled in 2022 by the Zulum administration. Socio-economic activities, including farming, had gradually resumed until the recent attack, during which at least 3 persons were killed and over 50 houses and shops were destroyed, forcing many residents to flee.
We are pleading to the federal government, we are pleading to the Chief of Army Staff to release funds and then procure equipment so that the military operations have to begin in earnest, since the rainy season is almost over. We need not to just embark on a military operation. After some few 1 month, then we withdraw. No. Then it's the need for us to sustain military operation throughout.
Governor Zulum condemned the attack and announced plans to deploy more soldiers to the area. He also revealed government's intention to establish a joint civilian task force in Kirawa to enhance security. The governor emphasized the need for residents to remain resilient and to support security personnel by providing timely and useful information. He assured the community that government will rebuild the burned houses, shops and clinics, in addition to drilling boreholes, constructing a general hospital and rehabilitating the road leading to Kirawa. The district head of Kirawa, who appreciated the governor's visit, also appealed for the reconstruction of homes and the healthcare center destroyed by the terrorists. Some residents who spoke to NTA News recounted their ordeal and appealed to government to intensify security around the area. From Kirawa in Goza local government, Mohammed Goni, NTA News.
We now turn our attention to Lagos as the deadline for motorists to obtain vehicle tinted glass permits elapsed. The Lagos State Police Command has commenced enforcement of the permits across the metropolis in line with the directive by the Inspector General of Police, Musa Toliat, who went with the Commissioner of Police media team to monitor compliance in Ikeja. Has situation reports.
Deadline inspired compliance among some motorists who came to the Lagos State Police Command to complete documentation and obtain their tinted glass permit. To ensure compliance by motorists on the road, the Commissioner of Police, Olondare Jimoh, embarked on monitoring exercise at Mobolaji Bank Anthony Way in Ikeja.
The level of compliance in Lagos State is high compared to what they may have in other states. From the report I'm getting, quite a number of citizens of Lagos have complied, and very few that have not complied are in the process of complying with the enforcement. So we want members of the public not to have any fear or apprehension to go and comply. The system is open. The site where they can apply, they should apply online. Then they pay online for capturing in the command headquarters or other formation in Lagos that have been provided for their capturing.
Although few motorists were apprehended for non-compliance, the Commissioner of Police says the directive is well taken by the motoring public.
For those that we have impounded their vehicle, once it is complied with, the vehicles are promptly released to them. But for those who want to try the weight of the law, we will prosecute them for committing such an offense, which is prohibited by the law.
CP Olondare reiterated that police personnel must be at their best and avoid using the exercise to extort motorists in any part of the state. In Lagos, Musa Tolian, NTA News.
Today is World Teachers Day. As the global community celebrates teaching profession, stakeholders are advocating for collective effort to transform the education landscape, recognizing that the teacher is at the center of effective education and development. UNESCO, ILO, Education International, and UNICEF notes that 2025 theme, Recasting Teaching as a Collaborative Profession, is intended to enable teachers to fully deploy their talents and vocation and receive the support they need for optimal and transformational outcomes. These global bodies therefore call on governments, partners, and the international community to make a collective commitment to ensuring that collaboration is recognized as a norm within the teaching profession, because it is only through effective cooperation at all levels that the world can build truly inclusive, equitable, and resilient education systems worldwide. Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu says shortage of teachers is a global challenge the world must confront with urgency by empowering educators, investing in their growth, and inspiring more to join this noble profession. In her message marking this year's World Teachers Day with the theme focusing on the global teacher shortage, the First Lady highlights the need to draw more attention to one of society's noble professions. Saluting teachers on their special day, the First Lady herself, a lifelong teacher, described them as true heroes who shape minds, nurture dreams, and guide generations. We'll bring you more reports after this time out. Stay with us.
Feel the power of precision, engineered to perfection. Every component is crafted with care, and each design is meticulously tested. From concept to creation, our engineers push the boundaries of technology, seamlessly blending performance and sustainability with a deep commitment to African ingenuity. Introducing the CNG Boss, a remarkable achievement in engineering designed to operate on compressed natural gas, a cleaner and more sustainable fuel alternative. At Innocent Vehicles, we proudly lead the way in creating greener mobility across Africa. And it doesn't stop there. From SUVs to sedans, spacious buses to electric cars, Innocent offers a wide range of models designed to meet every need. Innocent Vehicle, the pride of African Road.
Glad to have you back. The National Assembly has vowed to holistically address encumbrances stalling work on the Ikote-Mene-Itu Udukmani Federal Highway and other similar projects across the Federation. At an oversight on ongoing federal road projects in Akwa Ibom State by the Joint National Assembly Committee on Works, the lawmakers regret the lives lost on the road. Clement Barikui reports.
For more than a decade, residents of Akwa Ibom and Cross River States, as well as other users, have continued to look up to the federal government to intervene on the state of the Calabar-Itu Federal Highway. This cry of the people and lives lost on the road have attracted several stakeholders, including the Joint National Assembly Committee on Works, who is here to find lasting solutions to the slow pace of work on the road project. Delays in the payment of compensation and change of one of the contractors after mobilization were among issues of concern raised.
And this road is a major road. It concerns the presiding officers that even preside over the budget of this country, Mr. Senate President. I don't know how many persons he has lost on this river. And I must take this and I will follow up alongside with my colleagues on this road to the extent that this road is done.
Every kobo released to any contractor must be judicially spent. That's our own work. And also the issue of money being released or not, you need to approach Parliament as well.
Representative of the supervising ministry is promising that the challenges notwithstanding, the project will be delivered to Nigerians.
Our job as Minister of Works is to ensure that the contractors do these works, and all delays that they are having and difficult challenges that are happening, we've taken them, particularly the issue about compensation.
At the East-West Road bypass in Neket section, the lawmakers gave the contractors up to November 2025 to complete all pilings and earthworks. Clement Barikui, NTA News.
While the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security has flagged off distribution of farming inputs and equipment to smallholder farmers in Bauchi State for the 2025 dry season farming towards boosting agricultural production in the country. This is part of measures put in place towards achieving President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope agenda in the agricultural sector. Awal Abdullahi has more.
Presenting the farming input to smallholder farmers, Minister of Agriculture and Food Security represented said the present administration is working tirelessly to reinvigorate the agricultural sector with a focus on boosting food production toward achieving food security in the country. He said the initiative aims not only to support farmers and increase food production, but also contribute to economic development of the country.
We wish to reiterate our commitment to strengthening the Nigeria's agricultural sector for enhanced food security while contributing to the eradication of poverty in the country.
When the federal government is helping the state will find it very, very expedient to do more than what the federal government is doing to it. So with this kind of project, I believe, though the state is doing it very well, with or without the federal government intervention, but it will ginger.
The beneficiaries expressed appreciation for the gesture and promised to use the items judiciously.
We are extremely happy with these inputs that were given to us. It will go a long way in assisting us in our production. These are some of the critical inputs that are giving us problems in our farming operations.
The items distributed include seed, power tillers, and water pumping machines, among others. In Bauchi, Awal Abdullahi, NTA News.
While in Jigawa, it is a new dawn for business operators at the Dutse Ultra Modern Markets as Governor Umar Namadi flags off the distribution of solar power supply. The initiative, driven by the state's Economic Empowerment and Youth Employment Agency, is lighting up shops empowering traders and opening new windows of opportunity for Jigawa's economy. Muhammad Musa Askira reports.
The Dutse ultra-modern market, located in the heart of Jigawa's capital, is now aglow with solar-powered electricity thanks to Governor Umar Namadi's economic empowerment drive. The project covers over 300 shops, ensuring steady power supply for traders to grow their businesses without the burden of fuel cost and power outages.
I'm selling clothes in some markets. I'm a textile dealer. So, consider this solar something that they bring. I appreciate them.
So far, more than 14,000 Jigawa indigenes have already benefited from the state's empowerment schemes, receiving training, skills and seed capital to improve their livelihoods and contribute to the state's economy.
We gave loans to over 300 small-scale businesses in these states, amounting to about 600 million naira.
To further boost enterprises, Governor Namadi announced a 6 billion naira loan facility for small, medium and large-scale businesses in partnership with the Bank of Industry. The state government invested 4 billion naira, while the Bank of Industry added 2 billion naira funds now open to Jigawa entrepreneurs eager to expand their businesses. Congratulating the beneficiaries, the governor pledged additional infrastructure within the Dutse ultra-modern market, including new access roads and solar-powered street lights to strengthen business connectivity and security.
No government in Nigeria has done what we are doing for business. We brought the Bank of Industry to Jigawa State. By Allah's will, business people in Jigawa will benefit from soft loans to boost the economy.
With light in their shops, credit at their fingers, and promise of better infrastructure, traders in Jigawa are not only counting profits, they are also counting on a brighter future. Muhammad Musa Askira, NTA News.
This is the news at 10 on NTA News 24. Here is a recap of our top stories. Uniting Nigeria remains top priority of my administration, President Tinubu tells religious leaders.
Hate is not an option for us. Love is what you preach, that we should love one another.
'25 World Teachers Day, global bodies advocate collective effort to transform education landscape. Nigeria advancing fight against corruption with cutting-edge digital solutions.
This is something we want to start implementing, but we know it's not something we can do it alone.
This is NTA News 24.
Former Minister of Women Affairs, Dem Uju Kennedy Ohanenye, has urged Nigerian youth to embrace peace and participate in nation building. The former minister was among dignitaries at the 2025 Boys Brigade Founding Day in Nyanya area of Abuja. Thomas Obeteri reports.
The Boys Brigade Founding Day celebration of Ihayan Battalion Council featured parades, band displays, and guard inspection. The 2025 Boys Brigade Founding Day celebration also exemplified virtues of discipline, unity, hope, and patriotism.
As far as we've started understanding that we must contribute to building our nation, we have a great hope ahead of us.
1883, exactly 4th of August. This was founded by Sir Alexander Smith in Glasgow.
There's a need for us to go back to see and groom the younger generation so that they will grow up with an attitude, with a belief for Nigeria.
Shaping youth, shaping their behavior, becoming youth that will bring progress and will help the nation to grow.
Not even minding your language or your religion. When you are doing the right thing, God will be happy with you.
And you know, when they are teaching you, they don't teach evil things.
The Chief of Defense Staff, represented by Wing Commander Damalu Kudu Ega, advised youths to avoid criminality and embrace government youth programs to better their lives.
The civil-military relation deals directly with things like this to encourage participation and youth engagement in bringing about the lasting peace that we desire in this country.
Awards of excellence were presented to individuals and organizations for their outstanding contribution to the growth of Iyanyan Battalion Council, including NTA Admin Manager Chijoke Ukoronkwo.
So we are encouraging everyone to see what you can do, and not what people can do for you, but what you can do for people.
Emphasis was placed on inspiring youths towards patriotism and peace building as a vital step in shaping Nigerians' future leaders. In Abuja, Thomas Ogbetere, NTA News.
Still in Abuja, former students of Federal Government College, Maiduguri, are reconnecting after decades. But their 37th Annual General Conference is more than just a reunion. It is about shaping the future of education and giving back to the society that once nurtured them. Correspondent Ibrahim Danghamidu has more.
From classrooms of yesterday to boardrooms of today, the alumni of FGC Maiduguri gather in Abuja. Their journey back is not just to remember, but to rebuild.
The essence of Unity Schools was to see how we can bring the different tribes in Nigeria together.
Many alumni groups across Nigeria and beyond have shown that these friendships mature into networks of influence.
Let us leave Abuja with renewed unity, refreshed energy.
For them, nostalgia is fuel, memories becoming resources to change lives, scaling hope into systemic change.
We plan to have 30 additional number of solar power street lights, construction of 3.7 kilometer internal road network, provision of office furniture, as well as provision of furniture in the school library.
For FGC Maiduguri, the schoolmates meeting is about how alumni across Nigeria can weave nostalgia into solutions, showing that the FGC spirit is alive not only in memories, but in tangible contributions to nation building, a legacy shared by all.
The North carries the dreams of the South. The East echoes the laughter of the West, and at the center, the crossroads of hope.
Thank you so much.
The 37th Annual General Conference by FEGOMITES is not just about a reunion. It's about whether alumni networks can strengthen Nigeria's education system and community service.
And that concludes the news at 10 on NTA News 24. Thanks for watching. I am Vivian Ezadi. If you join us again at the top of the hour for the news updates. See you.